Hi guys, this is Tri-Brigade 22 and today we're doing a Fur Hire deck profile. This is post Darkwing Blast and this is the deck I built for myself that I like to play it. So this is the way I'll play it. So let's get into that. So to start off, we play 3 copies of Philo Messenger Fur Hire. This is a great card and let's just get this off the bat. They all have what I call a Fur Hire effect, your level 4 and lower monsters, except for the new Rex, which is that during your main phase you can activate the effect where you can special summon a Fur Hire monster from your hand that has a different name to the one on the field. So for example, if you have Philo, you can't summon another Philo, you have to summon a different one. And then they each have the unique effects that happens when a Fur Hire monster gets special summoned. In Philo's case, you get a special summon a Fur Hire from your graveyard in defense position. Great for extending plays and quite good for help you link climbing and so. Then I play 2 copies of Donpa. The reason only 2 copies is because that's all that you need. And his effect is that when a Fur Hire is special summoned, you can target a face-up card and destroy it. Then I play 1 Recon. I've seen that there's not a lot of set cards nowadays or that they use. Recon's effect is same like Donpa but destroys a face down card. Next I play 2 copies of Rex Fur Hire. This one I would like to have 3 copies to be honest, but I currently only own 2. And his effect is that if he's normal or special summoned, you can add one Speller Trap card, Speller Trap Fur Hire from your deck to your hand. Then during your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard and you control a Fur Hire monster, a monster Fur Hire, quick effect, you can banish from the graveyard to special summon to target one card Fur Hire. Sorry guys, I want to use this pun so much, but I keep forgetting. One card Fur Hire from your graveyard and either add it to your hand, or if it's a monster, you may special summon it. Good for extending your plays. I then play 3 copies of Beat, whose effect is that if a monster Fur Hire special summoned, he allows you to add a monster Fur Hire from your deck to your hand. I play 1 copy of Helmer. Its effect is that you discard a monster Fur Hire, or is it discard 1 card Fur Hire, and then you get to draw a card. I play a single copy of Bravo. His effect is that it increases all the Fur Hire monsters you currently control, they attack by 500. Seal, similar to Philo, but instead of special summoning, it adds from graveyard to hand. So I play 2 copies of him. Next is the level 5 and higher monsters, which each have a special summon effect and a unique effect. So I play 1 of Sagitta, whose special summon effect is that when special summoned to the field, you deal 500 effect damage to your opponent for each other Fur Hire monster you control except Sagitta. So good for just burning your opponent nicely. And then its other effect is that your opponent cannot target any other Fur Hire monsters with card effects except Sagitta. So tiny bit of protection there. Dinah, Hero Fur Hire, which is a good card if you go in second. Reason being that when he's special summoned, you can target cards in your opponent's graveyard up to the number of monster Fur Hires you control, including himself, and banish him from the graveyard. So it just helps you get rid of irritating cards from your opponent's graveyard. And he is a unique effect similar to Sagitta, but if the opponent must battle, they must target him. So you combo him quite nicely with one of the spell cards, or there's a quick play spell card that's like the Monster Reborn. So they attack him, he goes to the graveyard, you activate it, bring him back, so they have to attack him again. And because you got special summon your opponent's turn, you get to banish from the graveyard again. So it's quite a nice little combo to do with him. I play one copy of Wiz, whose effect is you increase your life points by 500 times the number of for hires you control with different names. And its other effect is you discard a card for hire, and then you can negate the activation of a spell or trap card. So that's your spell negation. And I play two copies of Rafale, champion for hire. I don't know how you pronounce it, I just say Rafale because it sounds better, or Rafael, whatever. His effect is a very special summon. You get to excavate the top, excavate cards from the top of your deck, up to the number of for my monsters fire you control different names, except him. And then you get to choose one to add to your hand and shuffle the rest back. And like Wiz, but he also has a negation, but only for monster effects. It's too bad that his one doesn't destroy, it just negates. If it could negate and destroy, it would have been so much better. Probably would have been limited to one. Then for my extra tech cards, I'm playing a card that I enjoy because how people activate monster effects in your turn. One copy of Kurikara, the Divine Carnate. One Gamma Seal. And because there's a lot of things that use from the graveyard nowadays. One Ghost Bell. Just to help you stop moving cards from the graveyard. I would say try to play this at 3, but I only own 1. 2 would be also quite decent balance. And maybe you can take Kurikara out. And then have 2 Ghost Bells, but I only currently only own 1. That's it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, I play one of Fandora the Flying Fortress. Its effect is, this is its field spell. You can give up your normal door phase to add a for higher monster from your deck to your hand. Be careful with using this because you can be ashed. So it's quite risky. And then if you control 5 or more monster fires with different names, you can send this card to the graveyard and destroy all cards your opponent currently controls. Also for the rest of this turn, your opponent takes no damage. So yeah, it's a small thing to pay to just clear your opponent's field, which is quite nice. If only they made that a quick effect, seeing that you can special summon with your quick play spells. Then I play 2 copies of Rookie for hire. You tribute 1 monster, so it doesn't have to be a fireman, so any monster. And then you special summon a for hire monster from your deck that's 1 level higher or 1 level lower than the monster that you tributed. And you cannot declare attacks the turn you activate this card except with monsters for hire. Then you play 3. I play 3 copies of Mayhem for hire. This is the monster reborn, where you target a monster for hire in your graveyard and special summon it in defense position. And that's it. I play 1 Router to search my beat. I play 1 Fossil Dig to search my Rex. I play Reasoning to just get an extra special summoning off. This is also just played in case, for example, I normal summon and now I try to activate his effect and he gets negated. I use Reasoning to allow me to special summon. But if it was effect valid, then you use something like your Rookie for hire or something like that. Play 1 Pot of Avarice as well. That's just to allow me to draw 2. That's it for my spell cards, guys. Next, let's get into the traps. So for the traps, I played 2 Imperm. As once again I said, I only have 2. 3 would be good, but I find out in this deck 2 is a perfect balance. I play 3 copies of There Can Only Be One. To just help stop your opponent from flooding the field. Except for a deck like this, it has different types in it. And then I play my favorite trap card, which people will say is like, oh no, this is a shitty trap. Sorry, crappy trap. But overall my favorite, Terrors of the Overroot. If you still don't know its effect by now, let me explain it to you. When you activate it, you target 1 card your opponent controls, 1 card, so monster, spell or trap, and 1 in the graveyard as well. The 1 on the field gets sent to the graveyard, and the 1 in the graveyard gets set on the field. So I use this to out Mystic Mine, get rid of troublesome cards and whatnot. So that's it for the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. And so for the extra deck, I play 2 copies of Donner Dagger for Hire. He has 2 effects, but you can only use one of them per turn. His first effect is target a Fur Hire you control and a monster opponent controls, destroy them. And then its other effect is you can tribute a, is it a monster fire? Tribute 1 monster. So you can special summon 1 monster fire from your hand or graveyard with a different original name than the tributed monster. Then if you tribute a link monster to activate the effect, you special summon 2. So in other words, he's a great extender, you bring him out, you can use his effect on himself to go easy to get 2 monsters back. Ooh, sorry about that guys, it's been a hectic day. I then play 3 copies of Falgo Justice for Hire. This is an amazing boss monster, as you'll see now. First, it cannot be used as link material, and when it's link summoned, you get to special summon from your deck in defense position a monster for hire card. Then, if a card gets destroyed by battle or card effect, then you get to draw 1 card, and if you control 3 or more monster for hires with different names, you get to draw 2 more cards. So using Dompa and you have 3 fires on the field including Falgo, you get to draw 3. That is prime real estate right there. I then play 1 copy of Link Karibo, 1 copy of a Relinquished Anima, and 1 copy of Salamangreat Almirage. Main reasons for these are, I mean, it's level 1. This requires level 1, this requires level 1, this is any monster with 1000 or less attack. These are, if I can't get the effects off, they are fodder for Donner. They are fodder for Donner to just tribute him to bring out 2 monsters, so you can get nice extensions of them. I then play a single copy of Lena the Light Charmer Lustrous. I would like to play dark more, seeing that there's a lot more dark monsters, but I would play 1 Lena and 1 dark. That is like the perfect balance for how this format is with light and dark monsters. I then play a single copy of Geonated Transverser just to disrupt the plays of my opponent by making it that you can swap the cards that points to. So you put a weak ass monster here in attack position and you swap it with the monster that's in defense position or attack, whatever position, you swap control of them. I play a single copy of Saruja, single copy of Bottle Load, single copy of Bottle End, 1 Underworld Goddess, and 1 Onibimaru Soul Sweeper. So that's it for my deck, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more, and remember to like and subscribe.